Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Anand, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Google Analytics 4. It's been a couple of months that Google has launched its new version of GA4 property, and there's a lot going on in there. As you can see, all the options on the left-hand side is pretty new, and I'm sure like you guys must be having a lot of questions. So I really wanted to go through the new Google Analytics 4 property, go through each and every section and explain like what are the different metrics that you can track on your website, whether it's a informational website, your company website, or an e-commerce website or a blog. There are many ways that you can track the engagement. So this video is about going through each and every section and all the metrics that you can track. So let's get started. um, Before I get into the details, I also have a video on how to install Google Analytics 4 on your website. It's on my YouTube channel, so make sure to check it out if you have already not watched it or if you have any questions regarding installation. So the first thing when you log in to the Google Analytics 4 property is you get to see this home screen. This is your main dashboard. And once you go to the screen, Google will show you a really in-depth snapshot about what are the different things happening on your website. So the first one is like users, how many users are you getting, how many new users are you getting, and then average engagement time. So if this is basically a snapshot of your website performance in terms of users, and in the drop down you can choose a range. So typically the default is 7 days. You can choose 90 days, or you can even choose like a custom date, like custom range. So as you can see, my numbers have gone up pretty significantly. Users in last 30 minutes, that's the real-time report. Then as we scroll down, it will show you like which type of medium the traffic is coming from. So organic, referral, but you can even choose user source slash medium. And that will give you like more details. Like for example, it will give you a breakdown of, okay, Google organic, direct, YouTube, Bing, and so many other source slash medium my website is getting traffic from. As we move to the right, you will get a snapshot of users by country, and then it will show you like top 5 or top 10 countries. And then again, you can choose a date range over here to really understand like where exactly your audience is and how they are coming from, or which country they're coming from. As we scroll down, you will get to see user activity over time. So this is basically going to tell you like how engaging they are and what kind of trend is happening in terms of user activity. If it's increasing, like for example, as you can see, my 7 day versus 30-day average, I'm having a 7% increase in my engagement. So definitely something is going on. I might be publishing more content. So it's a good idea to keep a track of your user activity. 7 days is just too short to analyze the trend. Oh, look at this. As you can see, if I look at the 90 days trend, it's definitely increasing. More people are engaging on a if we compare it. This is the cohort analysis. And then on the right hand side, you will get to see like which pages are getting maximum traffic. Now I do want to mention that this homepage dashboard is just to give you a quick preview, but let's actually get into like individual sections. So what Google Analytics 4 has done is it has broken down the website engagement, or user journey into 4 stages, like acquisition, engagement, and monetization and retention. So it's like your marketing funnel. You start from the top and then you move them down the funnel. So if you click on acquisition and then if you click on overview, that's going to tell you more about how many users, new users, which session, and all the different metrics about that particular user. So I usually check at traffic acquisition, because I want to know like where my traffic is coming from. So if you click on this traffic acquisition tab, and as you scroll down, you will actually get to see like a lot of data in terms of which source medium is performing. That is, which marketing channel is bringing you more traffic. And then there are a bunch of other metrics like sessions, engaged sessions, average engagement time, engaged session per user. And then if you're tracking conversions, you can even do that as well. I will talk about events in a bit, but basically, events are these micro conversions that happen on your website. For example, clicking on a button, submitting a form, watching a video, scrolling down a page. These are all examples of events. If you go to the top right, you will see a date picker. So this is what I was talking about. You can choose a date range over here, and then if you want to compare your website traffic month over month, so click on last 30 days and then check the compare checkbox, and that will show you like how your website is performing on a month to month basis. So as you can see, like my traffic and everything is increasing month over month, like from organic to direct to everything. So pretty much everything is having nice growth, as you can see. So it's a good idea to compare your traffic and how each of those channels are performing. So that's on the acquisition side. The next thing that you want to do, that you want to analyze, is the engagement. How people are engaging on your website, and this is where you will get like really nice metrics such as average engagement time. So how much time are they spending? Are they spending like few seconds and then bouncing off, or are they spending decent amount of time like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minute? Now, if it's an informational blog, obviously, your average engagement time should be anywhere between 1 to 4 minutes. Well, not 4 minutes, but at least like 1 to 3 minutes. Engage session per user. So how many times they each user is getting or starting a new session. So those are the metrics that you can measure. And then as we scroll down, you will see something called as event name. Now this is what I was talking about. So I just want to, rather than explaining over here, what you need to do is click on events, and that's where you will get to see like more details about what Google Analytics 4 can track by default, which is awesome. So by default, Google Analytics 4 can track page view, so that's fine. Session start, how many people are starting a session, user engagement, first visit, scroll. So this is basically like how far down the page users are scrolling. Are they clicking on any buttons on or any links? Video progress, video start, generate lead. This is a custom event that I'm tracking. So I have a HubSpot form on my website, and I want to track how many people are filling out the form. So you can basically do conversion tracking. If you have a contact form, you can track how many people are filling out your contact form. If you have a form on your product page, and if it's for scheduling an appointment or booking a free demo, or if it's a product inquiry, then you can track product inquiries, and you can create like as many custom events as you want. So that's the best part about engagement and the event section, which is to make sure that you don't want to just track your website visits, but you also want to track like, are they really engaging, are they filling out the form, and are we generating leads? So that's the whole point of the engagement section. um, Pages and screens, so this is more in terms of understanding which pages on your website are performing. So I'm just going to uncheck the compare checkbox over here, and I will show you like how it looks like. So these are all my top 10 pages and how they are performing. So a lot of times we want to know like, how is our blog section doing, or which pages are top performing. So to do that, you need to visit this page, and it will give you a nice you know snapshot of top performing pages. Obviously you can choose like rows per page to like 25, and then it will show you like all the pages, how many views, users, new users, engagement, and events it's getting on those pages. So that's how you can track top performing pages on your website. Next is monetization. Now I don't have an e-commerce store, so I won't be getting into the details, and you won't find any data. But if you have a Shopify store, then Google Analytics 4 can be integrated with Shopify or any other e-commerce platform, and you will start to receive data like total revenue, e-commerce revenue, average purchase revenue per user, lifetime value, and all the other details in terms of e-commerce. So I highly recommend connecting your Shopify store or your e-commerce store with Google Analytics 4, because it's extremely useful to analyze on the monetization or on the e-commerce side. And then finally, I want to mention retention. This is to make sure how many people you are actually retaining. Like if there are new users that is coming to your website, how many of them are returning users? So if you have a lot of new users and very few returning users, then maybe you can run a retargeting ad. And I have a bunch of videos and strategies on running on digital advertising, but retargeting ad is a great way to bring your users back to your website and maintain that stickiness so that they continue engaging with you. And you can build an audience out of Google Analytics website traffic, and then you can push that audience to Google Ads, and then you can run remarketing ads or display ads on YouTube or on Google Network. You can do something similar on Facebook as well. So that's a pro tip. Finally, going back to the users tab, demographics is again an important area. This is again to show you like how much traffic you're getting by country, by town, city, by language. And then if you click on like demographics details, again, these are all like additional metrics in terms of which countries are getting you more traffic. Tech, pretty straightforward. Which device type is getting you traffic? So if you are running an ad, or if you have a website that is strictly like mobile based, and let's say a lot of traffic is getting from desktop, or if it's vice versa, then you can like think about like what's going on, why are we getting more traffic from certain device type, and whether we need to adapt our marketing strategy. So that's something you can use. And then this is where you can track your conversions and events. Now I spoke about custom events like generating a lead. So you can actually create those custom events over here, like generate a lead. That's a custom event for me. If you mark it as conversion, it will be moved into this tab. So if you want to track like form submissions, or any of those important um, marketing objectives, then that can happen through this section. And then explore tab is basically Google Analytics 4 has a template gallery. It will pull in like metrics from different sources, and it will give you a nice dashboard. So that's over here. I don't recommend, or I don't use it much, but feel free to check it out. And finally, I was talking about audiences. So I know a lot of people like running retargeting ads. So this is where you do that. You can create a new audience over here out of all the people who visited a page. So create a custom audience. You can add new conditions like um, pages screen, traffic source, a lot of different options over here. And basically my point is, you can then use this audience to remarket and then push it to Google Analytics. So that's how you can create those audiences over here. So I know I ran through a bunch of options pretty quickly, because I didn't want to make this video like too long and consuming a lot of time. But basically, this is the new Google Analytics 4. It's extremely useful. Lots of new features, lots of new ways to track information and website metrics. So if you have not already upgraded your account to Google Analytics 4, I would highly recommend, because this is the future. Google is going to push this GA4 property more and more. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you next time. Thank you.